Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me for a new episode of Donnie Does It. I know it's been a minute, so I'm glad to be back with y'all. Hey, Sunshine, right on bat. I appreciate you being here right at the start. So yeah, it's been a hot minute, but as always, just want to start just quick thank yous. Shout out to some people to make this stream possible. So big shout out to Greg first and foremost, my producer, Thunder Leaf Game main man himself, who's helping out in the background. And otherwise, that's kind of it today, isn't it, Greg? Do I have anybody else do I thank on these streams? Who does our music today? So, all right. So yeah, art lists for music, and yeah, feel free to check them out if you need some music on your streams. Otherwise, we're probably just going to get into it today. So just as always, this is a place for a little midweek relaxation, unwinding, just chill and hang out with me. So I appreciate you being here. So we'll get some music going for y'all. And otherwise, we will be continuing on our floral dragon miniature here. Let's see if I can get my camera to actually focus well. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So this is a model from Hit Point Press. They do our stream for Mondays, which is our main reason for being here. We do a Humblewood stream at the moment, but they also do a D&D series called Floral Dragon, and this is one of the miniatures that goes along with that. And yeah, it's just super cool. So been enjoying this, and it's been just taunting me on my paint board for a couple weeks. And I'm just really excited to get back to it and explore some of the colors. I don't think I ever got a real good picture of that throat. So now it's coming in real well. You can see that. I'm really happy with the way that fleshy pink tone of that came out. I can just imagine it burbling out in like a gator ribbit. I don't know what gator calls are, but we're going to call it a ribbit. Yeah, how's everybody else doing this week? Everybody surviving the week? I know for me, it's back to school season. I work in higher education, and it can be a trying time of year as start of semesters. So that's why I've been AWOL without you. So what are y'all doing to keep sane this week? I just realized I'm not hearing any music, so I gotta put some noise on before I drive myself a little crazy here. That is fair, Sunshine. Should we just phrase it, how do you keep yourself less crazy or going away from going more crazy than usual? I don't. Oh, Sunshine. Well, step one, you're already doing it. Hop on, connect with some friends, hang out, and just don't worry about the rest for a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta let it go away for a bit. All right, so I think this week we are gonna work on some of these fleshy bits here. The greens, try and bring that skin just a little bit more to life. It's honestly come pretty well just doing green in a shade, so we can step it up though. So I've been working on some new techniques over the last couple weeks when I do get a chance to paint. So I've been doing a lot of blending techniques, trying to push what I've been able to do. See which one of these guys. Yeah. I've been working on some Warhammer and trying to get some blending done. Let's see if I can angle this the right way. So you can kind of see how here in the shoulders there's a gradient of tan colors. Just doing some real careful shading, lots of back and forth color, then the other color, and then back and forth. So we're gonna explore that a little bit here today. So see how it goes. Hopefully it's at least a little bit interesting to watch. I keep finding more green paints on my desk. I'm realizing I have a problem. There we go. Sometimes it's the way to do it. Just don't let the painting stress you out. Just know it's a methodical thing to do with your hands. Something constructive. There's nothing at stake here. I'm going to be pretty bold with these greens here. I'm going to start at the high points. Hey, what's up, Binary? Good to see you here. Always appreciate some solidarity and just time hanging out. You know what it is it's my, let me see if I can tilt the camera, my ring light just a little bit. Greg says I'm coming through a little overly lit. That seemed to help a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna keep messing with lights just a little bit here. See if I can get a little more centered in the camera. Move this way. So, what's anybody else listening to? You watching anything besides the stream while you hobby? What do you usually like to do while you hobby? I'm one of those people that's always got to have some noise going on. Otherwise, well, all those voices pile up on you. You know, Apple TV keeps stepping it up with some of the shows. They really have been tempting me. I know you've talked about Severance, and obviously that's getting a lot of great reviews. Now that I got a camera closer up, I can kind of show you all how thin my paint typically gets. So I'm actually working on this very thin down. So you can see it's kind of pretty much just water paint almost. Hmm. So I think most of you are probably already tuning in, but if you're new here or haven't checked out any of our other shows on the channel, we've got a lot of other really great content coming out all throughout the week. We're really trying to just give something for a little bit of everybody that's overlapping the same fandoms as us. Hey, Madam Hydra. But yeah, we've got rave reviews. We had that last night, and Wednesdays and Sunday nights. We've got our flagship show, our live play. Right now, we're doing D&D and Humblewood, which has been just awesome. The whole team is just such good role players. They buy in, have made it so much fun for me to run that game. And then we'll be getting back to Cyberpunk here after little short foray into some fun things in October. So stay checking in on that because we'll be bringing some real cool content in October special. Spooky stuff, of course. It is spooky season, of course. Then obviously Donnie does it on our new time on Thursdays. So we'll be a little later, so I have time to get here, and then we just figured we'll give Greg a little bit more time to be a human being on Wednesdays instead of producing this show while running and producing his own stream later that night. Like a lot. He's a pretty awesome dude. So everybody give Greg a shout out. So you can already kind of see just how big a jump that was. Just adding that bright green, like a lot more contrast in that flesh now. Thanks, Madam Hydra. It's definitely a nice change from the batch painting I've been doing. So I've been eager to get back to this. I definitely prefer just naturally doing one model at a time. But I have not gotten into airbrushing, and I would like to, but at the same time, I'm terrified to. Like, one is a whole animal to set up, but the results are just super cool, and it definitely makes batch painting a lot easier. Of course, brush painters in general, we all look on the airbrushes. We're like, well, they cheat, they airbrush, but no, it's legit talent for a lot of those guys. I know they do require a lot more maintenance. I think that They probably do break a lot, but mostly based on the user. Not so much that they break a lot as much as people don't maintain them enough, and then you end up with an airbrush that's jammed with dried on paint. um, I am blessed with very good eyes, fortunately. So I don't have glasses. I know some of us absolutely do have the old like magnifying glasses with lights, and I'd be lying if I hadn't said I didn't look at like the super stylish magnifying headlamps, but so far I have not taken the plunge. Oh no! It's all gone wrong, chat. It's all gone wrong. My pink dipper was not dipping, and I have a lifetime supply of paint now. All over the place. So, pro technique, sometimes you can just tap your model with your finger when you get too much paint in a spot, it'll come right off. Or grab a clean brush and soak it in some water real quick, and it'll soak it, wick the paint right off. I could literally, there's so much paint on there, I could literally start dunking models in it. Like, it's bad. Actually trying to take a little bit of the edge off some of these highlights here, just to blend the edges up a little bit. The camera should just know when my hand's in the way and move itself. What space elves are you planning on painting there, Binary? It's mostly like when you get accidentally too much paint in a spot. It's like sometimes your brush might get a little too much paint in it and it kind of pools or something, or you notice like it's not where you want it. So, kind of like an eraser. So, Madam Hydra, you had to get the boat out yet, or you still driving places? The hedonistic space elves are pretty awesome. I sure wish we'd get a little bit of that rain our way. It's been raining a little bit the last 2 days, but not like that. That's crazy. Is it at least staying outside? I know that's usually the big problem. Trying to reach my keyboard here through everything so I can look up what alligator eyes look like. Oh, they are very cool. I've never looked at alligator eyes, but they're pretty awesome. That's good at least. So we don't have any real water issues where we're at now. But when I lived in Michigan, the people that built the farm I had, they decided to find the lowest point on the property, dig a hole, and build a barn in it. So all 10 acres of property in Michigan funneled all the rain in an actual river right through the middle of my barn. I had to do so much earth moving when I got there. That's so funny. I've got one dog that's that way, and then my big shepherd who literally can care less that it's raining. I mean, you didn't even have to like plot the land. It was like at the bottom of a large hill. Like they literally couldn't have planned it any worse. Like it wasn't a subtly put into the low spot. But this was also like Amish country Michigan, so there was probably never even a permit taken out for that thing. Nobody cared. To be fair, that was the least. That barn was just a ball full of trouble. We eventually had some power issues in the barn, and I was like, we couldn't figure out. And I finally came to find where the power line came into the barn, and then was in a giant heap of electrical wire, taped wires. And I didn't go. I wanted all fused together, like through heat. Um, it was terrifying to find. I was like, how is this barn not burned down already? That's the other fact. It's like it was. I mean, I can't even. Not even exaggerating. It literally was dug into the ground, popped out of the ground, and then all the wires for the lights in the barn, all the electrical in the barn, sockets in the barn, all were just ran to one spot and like twisted into a heap. Like how that works, I have no idea. But yeah, it was wild. So I just called it, well, guess there's no electricity to the barn from now on because this is not safe. We got any new viewers out there? Give us a shout out in chat. We definitely want to talk with you as well. Appreciate. I see we got up to big 7 viewers. Pretty much a pro streamer, y'all. Just saying. Oh wow! I say something and 3 of them disappear. I see how it is. So, what does everybody think should be next project? We're actually getting pretty close on this one already. Um, I should probably do something like that. So, I've been looking at some Final Fantasy 7 like statuette type models. Been looking at, I have just endless amounts of Warhammers to paint. Um, so there's always that. I could do like I think I've got some vehicles I need to do. Um, Cell shaded cyber ninja pimp. I think we're gonna get a little sloppy here. We're gonna do some base. And this is why I keep crappy brushes around, because you guys are gonna see how evil this paint is. So when I open this up, you can, oh, let's get it in front of the camera. How's that look for paint? She chonky, little milkshake consistency here. So this is a cool type of paint. Um, it's one of those things that's a cheat code. But it's called Stryland mud. It is literally like just daubing mud onto your model. Oh, I see. Hop between cameras, it helps. Got to look at the camera and look at the one that's actually on stream. Brownie batter, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Carefully. All right, I need a slightly smaller sacrificial brush here. Um, that's not true. The Ghirardelli box mixed brownies are literally the best thing in the world. You go get that 3 pack of boxes brownie mix from Costco and just put on a night 50 pounds. It's no big deal. Not sponsored, but open to it, Ghirardelli, just since you're watching, I'm sure. Roscoe looks at you like you're a monster every time you do that, Madam Hydra, because I'm. Why would you make something that he can't eat? My little brother one time when he first got the dog he had years ago, but first he tells me as it got up on the counter and ate a whole tray of brownies. He was fine. Like, not recommended, but dog did survive the encounter with the brownie tray. All right, so we got some nice texture on the base there. Just a little cheat code. Interesting. My volume dropped all of a sudden, huh? Is that any better? Interesting. Why did my volume change? Is everybody else hearing my volume a lot quieter all of a sudden? Okay, good to know. I might have just been mumbling. That's always a possibility. Brushes to my pile of brushes. I have an unnecessary amount of brushes next to me. I don't know why. That's gnarly. Country crock with a spoon. I assume that was older sister there. That's so funny. Just gonna give this guy a little chance to dry here for a few minutes. And we might work on something else for just a few minutes, or we'll see. Yeah, with just a little green shade as well. That's just not right. Like, wait, fried butter? Is that a thing? Okay, right now you're about to see that wicking trick here. Too much? To not as bad. Yeah, agreed. I can definitely believe it's not butter. It's one of those great myths too. Like, oh no, this fake butter-like substance is better than butter that's natural and your body's been eating for 10,000 years. Let's just think about it for a minute. Like, fortunately, don't have anything on my desk that needs that much green paint for the moment. So we're gonna back out old Lappin here, who's looking very good. I do need to do something about these very haunting eyes on this model, though, because he's a little terrifying. So, what better time than the present? Fur isn't right. What do you mean his fur isn't right? I mean, I'm shitty at painting fur? You're probably right about that. Oh. Just splattered in red. That does check out. So in our home D&D game, our rogues somehow made a sport of just splattering my poor sweet little rabbit character in absolutely every creature we came across. Did I like bump my camera or something? I feel like I'm like not in frame at all anymore here. a little better. Yeah, I probably need like a. I'm looking at the lighting now. I definitely probably need another ring light, something to light things a little better. Yeah, we definitely appreciate all of you that are spending some time with us. We do. We're just growing slowly and just making sure we're having fun while we're doing it. So we hope you all are as well. Definitely enjoy just hanging out one day a week here and doing something relaxing with y'all. Something a little maybe outside norm for some, and there's maybe it's something you already do as your hobby, but really it's just about a time, little bit of time set aside in the middle of the week just to, get right as we finish out the week strong. And if you do really enjoy it, we are very active and positive in the our Discord as well. We'd love to have you join. Check out our Patreon. We have access to our Discord. We've got access to our notes for our primary campaign done by Ray, which are just better almost than the game itself sometimes. Like it's like Ray's commentary on our ridiculous characters and actions, and it's hysterical. Somewhere black is black. little bracing here, so model's going to be off screen for just a second. Nope, we're shaking too bad today to do a black dot in the center of the eye. That's something too. A lot of people say like I shake too much to paint, or I don't have steady hands, I don't have eyes good enough to do it. Like I shake pretty bad, like, and so sometimes I can do it, sometimes you just accept like that's not the action today. Here, Greg's cat's getting in trouble. New one or old one? I still die every time. So this weekend we chat. I have an old barn cat. He was a rescue. He was super pitiful, and all the other barn cats picked on him. He'd come up to the house about it once a month and just look at you and look. The other cats bit me in the ear, or like I'm terrible, sad. Please feed me and love me. He was sweet, so he got rescued from the farm when I moved away. And he's a cross-eyed and derpy and probably like his own cousin 3 times over. Um, but he's also kind of gross. Like he's sweet, he's super fluffy and pretty looking, but that cat never learned how to bathe himself, and so he got little matted for the first time, and we tried giving him a bath, and that didn't do the trick. So we shaved the cat this weekend, and I just feel so guilty every time I look at him. But he is so cute at the same time. Oh, the kitten can take a little wrestling. No, he's still letting me cuddle him. He's pretty sweet. I'm pretty sure the brain cell in him is not in the memory part of his brain. Just tell him, look, don't touch. Oh, now we're talking. Sunshine out here living that good life. Hey, burrito buddies, binary. Mine was not super disappointing though. No, burritos can definitely be bad. I'm with Chris on this one. And Chris is not gonna like this opinion, but usually they're Taco Bell burritos. I love me some Taco Bell, but typically their burritos are not why. Like if I just wanted to eat a poorly rolled wrapped refried beans, sure. But like Adam Hydra out here. Oh, I make healthy choices. I know I've traumatized more fast food workers like odd morning hours than like 2 a.m. Like working weird job shift patterns. You come get off at like 10 in the morning and you're like, I could really go for a hamburger at 9:30, you know? They really give you some odd looks. All right, so you guys can kind of see we've gotten the base. Let's see if we can get that in focus. There we go. You can see how much texture dries in the mud, and it's still drying a little bit, but we're gonna put a whole gallon of shade on that, and then we're gonna really make it come to life. I gotta let this dry a little bit here. I'm getting too eager. So we're about to wrap up here, but I'd like to finish this one last stage here because then I'm pretty sure I'm gonna basically call this model wrapped up. I might add a couple unique little things on the base of it. We're gonna let's do that real quick to a couple of these things. More cheats in a box here. You did not put as much super glue in these Loctite gels as they used to. I'm convinced of it. This is a floral dragon after all, so we gotta throw some flowers in here. All right, and just like that. One little happy floral dragon. So I think, as I've been thinking about things too, I do think I know what my next model will be. We'll take you up on that sci-fi. I've got a cool Redemptor Dreadnought, been sitting in the garage. Big, cool space robot. How's that sound? I don't have any Cyber Ninja Pimps in the garage. Otherwise, maybe. But you know, we'll have to see how we can cyber ninja pimp a giant robot. Yeah. I heard you like guns on your robot, so I put guns on your cyber robot. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody joining for the return of Donnie Does It at its new time. It's been great hanging out with y'all, and we will see you hopefully on Sunday with rave reviews. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out.